Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today is Saturday, February 19th, 2011. The reason I got to make this video is because I've got an ongoing situation here that's just, well, quite frankly, rather annoying. And what it is, it seems to be I keep getting kicked from BlogTV chat rooms. And I'm getting kicked for no reason at all, and that, quite frankly, is just not good. Um, Let me kind of back up a little bit, give you some background as to what's been going on. I'll start with, let's go back, I'll give you three incidents. Let's go back about a year. Um, so about a year ago, I started going into chat rooms, and when I'd go in the chat room, starting with incident number one, went into a chat room and basically got attacked by everybody in the chat room, as well as the person whose channel I was on. And what they were doing was they were saying, who is this guy? Who is this 678 way guy? We don't know him. He's not chatting. He's just kind of sitting there. He's not saying anything. He's not doing anything. Let's kick him out the room. You know, he must be a troll or something. So they kicked me out the room. I re-entered the room after the, whatever it is, 10 or 15 minute period is. And I got kicked probably about 5 or 6 times throughout the night. Now, a couple of things on that. The first thing is, it turns out that the reason I couldn't chat was it turned out that the person whose channel I was on fucked up. Because what they did was they forgot to turn off that little thing there called guests can't chat. Okay, so through no fault of my own, I got categorized as a troll, that I was suspicious, this, that, and the other, and got booted and insulted. Okay, so there was that incident. I'll give you another incident, which was kind of recent, week to 2 weeks ago. I'm in a chat room, chatting away, and all of a sudden I get that famous notice on the screen, you've been booted out the chat room. Didn't know why. It took me 2 hours and 45 minutes to get back into that chat room. Still don't know why. Tried everything I could, clearing out caches and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Couldn't get in for 2 hours and 45 minutes. During that 2 hour and 45 minute time zone, I never heard from the person who booted me out the chat room. Didn't send me any PMs to my YouTube channel, nothing. So after I re-entered the chat room after 2 hours and 45 minutes, the person who booted me finally spoke up as to why. And it turns out the reason he booted me out the chat room was, quote, because he wanted to see if he could kick people. Okay, folks, that is completely unacceptable. That is bullshit. And this is the type of stuff that needs to be stopped. Okay, is this type of behavior. You guys and gals that have these BlogTV channels, you guys need to be supervising what's going on inside of your own chat rooms. Okay, don't allow people to just willy-nilly start booting each other out of the chat room. All you're going to have is chaos. Now, another situation that has come up, I'll give you this third incident. Now, this occurred last night, or should I say early this morning, February 19th, 2011. And what the story is on that is, you know, I had been up all night. You know, I was having a few adult beverages. It was getting late in the night, blah, blah, blah. I come into this chat room. There's 9 people, and I believe 4 out of the 9 were outside of the chat room, so they're basically viewers. I came into the chat room, and you know, on BlogTV, you know how it is. You know how sometimes the screen freezes up, or you get bad audio, or whatever the technical problem is. Well, that's what happened, is that this channel started to experience technical difficulties. Now, the next thing I know is I've got that notice on my screen again, you've been booted out of chat, much to my surprise. The person who booted me out the chat room, the guy whose channel it was, basically told me that the reason I got booted was because he suspected that I was the one that is causing BlogTV's technical problems. Folks, I have no power over BlogTV technical problems. You know, I'm the most computer illiterate person in the world. You know, I've got nothing to do with that. But out of, you know, all the people in the chat room, who is it he picks to boot? He picks me. Okay? So he never did get his channel straightened out. So what we did was we all migrated over to, we'll say person number 2's channel, who was also in the chat room. So we go over to person number 2's channel, and once we get there, person number 2 asks the first guy who had the channel problems, who's this 678 way guy? Do you know him? Can we trust him? Now, the thing about it is person number 2 was in the chat room with me, watching me chat. And this person asks person number 1 to vouch for me. Now, the person she's asking is the guy that just booted me out of his chat room. Of all people, why would you be asking him? Okay, here's another thing. So that's those 3 incidents, basically in a nutshell, very briefly. Now, another problem I'm seeing is, first of all, when I went into people's chat rooms as guests, I was told that, you know, dude, just go ahead and sign up for a BlogTV account. It just takes 5 minutes, and that way people won't look at you as being a troll because now you have an account. So that's what I did. And not only did I get a BlogTV account, I got a BlogTV Pro account. So now I'm paying for all of this, okay? So once I got that, I thought, maybe now they'll leave me alone. Now, not so. Because now the new excuse is, we don't know who you are. Who is that guy, 678 way? I don't recognize him. Now, either some folks have got schizophrenia or they have Alzheimer's, because frequently when I'm being told by these folks that they don't recognize me, these are the same people that I've chatted with in chat rooms many times before. Some of them have sent me PMs. Some of them have gone to my channel and viewed my videos, okay? And in rare instances, some of them have actually subscribed to my channel. Now, you add all that up, and this is the new thing now. We don't know who you are. We don't recognize you. Okay, I mean, this is crazy. This is a crazy situation, folks. That is BS. Yes, you do recognize me. And I'll say this. When you're in BlogTV, it's open to the public. You're on the internet and you have it open to the public. You remember that phrase, World Wide Web? It's open to the entire world. So of course you're going to get people in your chat room that you may not immediately recognize. So what? So what if you don't recognize them? Okay, what's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Okay, the question is whether or not the person is acting in an appropriate manner while they're inside of your chat room. Yes or no. If they're acting in an appropriate manner, then do not kick people out of the chat room. This stuff about, well, we don't know who you are, we don't recognize you, who cares? There's thousands of people on BlogTV. Now, if it's such an issue for you, go ahead and get yourself a BlogTV Pro account. And then you can go to a thing called private chat. If you're that scared of people coming in your chat room, go to private chat, and only your invited guests will be able to chat, okay? And that way you can relax. Now, outside of it, it makes no sense to have a BlogTV channel if the only thing you're going to do is start kicking people for absolutely no reason at all, or you allow people inside of your chat room to willy-nilly kick other people out of the chat room for no reason at all. Well, I just want to see if I can kick people. Crap like that, okay? Another thing I've run into in the chat rooms I've noticed is I'll go into the chat room, and every few minutes a new person will enter the chat room. That person will automatically get operator privileges. I will be in the chat room the entire evening and never get granted operator privileges. And when told why, guess what the answer is going to be? We don't recognize you. We don't know who you are. Okay. When it comes to a situation like that, if you're that curious about somebody, whether or not they're a troll, first off, when I enter the chat room, you're probably going to see I'm a BlogTV Pro account. What that means is if I were to act in an inappropriate manner, not only can you boot me from the chat room, but because I have an account, you can actually ban me from the chat room. Okay? I am not there to waste my time in people's chat rooms. I'm not there to harass people or any stuff like that. If you're claiming you don't recognize me, take 1 minute to go to YouTube and see if that person has a YouTube account. In my case, I do. And unlike many people in your chat room that you automatically give operator privileges to, I actually get up on camera and show my face. Take a look at all my videos. You will see my face there. There I am. Okay? I'm not in these chat rooms to waste my time. So if you would please, guys, stop the kicking from the chat rooms. It would be appreciated if I would be given operator privileges like the other, whatever, 70, 80, 90, 95% of the chat room gets. And basically that's it. That's all I've got for you for now. Off topic, in case anybody's curious, the beginning of the month I was very sick. Curled up in bed, shivering, even though it was 74 degrees outside, and projectile vomiting. Was glad to get over that stuff. And as always, I have never-ending technical problems with cameras, technical problems with computers, so forth and so on. So anyway, turning off the rant mode. Hopefully in the not-too-distant future, I'll be making a few videos in case anybody's interested. And once again, folks, I'll see you on BlogTV and YouTube. Hopefully we'll get this situation resolved. And thanks for watching.